So Acqua Di Parma is claiming that this fragrance has real natural oud. Now, as you guys may know, that is a very rare thing in fragrances because oud is an expensive, and I mean a very expensive ingredient in perfumery. So a lot of companies will actually just use a synthetic note to mimic the smell of oud. So once I heard that, and me being such a huge fan of the original cologne by the house, I had to get my nose on it, guys. So let's go ahead and crack this open and see how this one smells. Hey, what's going on, guys? HunterLab here, and welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, glad to have you here. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content such as unboxings, first impressions, reviews, weekly fragrance rotations, list videos, and things like that. So if any of that stuff interests you at all, please just hit that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. But as you guys could all tell by the intro, I am so excited to get my nose on this fragrance, guys. And the fragrance we'll be unboxing today is Acqua Di Parma's Oud. Wow. Now, this fragrance here, do not get this confused with the other oud from the house, which was released back in 2012. That is actually Colonial Oud, and that is actually Eau de Cologne concentration. Now, this one we have here in my hands today was actually just released in 2018, so fairly new. And this one is actually an Eau de Parfum. And like I said in the intro, they're claiming this is real 100% oud. I guess this comes from a collection where all their fragrances in this collection is based on one 100% natural ingredient. And in this case, we have the oud offering, which is their most popular from this collection here. So I'm so excited to be adding this to my collection since I'm also a huge fan of the note of oud. There's something about it that's special and mysterious, that gives like an earthy, kind of dark, mysterious kind of note. It is moldy wood, but it does go for a very expensive price for a reason, guys. So the smell it gives off is just phenomenal. So I'm so excited to actually test this out and see, obviously, if it is 100% natural oud. It's going to be obviously hard to tell because synthetics and stuff mimic it very, very well. But let's go ahead and look at the presentation really quick. I am disappointed in one thing about the presentation is that the other Colonia Oud that was released quite a few years back came in a much better packaging. Actually came like in a box sitting inside like a silk cloth. This is just like their original kind of packaging there. I also have Colonia right behind me. I don't know if you can actually see the box there. It is right behind me there. But yeah, it is a nice black kind of oval kind of shape, which looks great, and it has gold lettering right there as well. Acqua Di Parma Oud, Eau de Parfum, and I got this in the 100ml 3.4 ounce bottle. Nothing on top, and then of course on the bottom you're gonna have your barcode and badge code to authenticate your product and see when your product was produced. Now I actually kind of like this this cellophane on here. It's actually a very good idea from people like opening fragrances, so you can actually tell if it ever has been opened, because you actually pull this tab here and I guess rip it down the whole thing, so you can't repackage it like the cellophane, which is a great thing. I wish more companies would do this. So let's go ahead and crack this open for the first time. Like that, just pull that off. That is so satisfying. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, this package is actually very nice, the texture on the box. And I'm assuming it looks like you just pop it open like so. Look at this bottle, oh my gosh. It is completely black with gold lettering right there, just like the box itself. And it sits inside snugly, just like that. Okay, so yeah, this is the pretty much same exact bottle in their whole entire range. I think they look great. I think they actually kind of look like candles. I've always thought that. Doesn't it kind of look like a candle? In my opinion, it does. So let's go ahead and look at the bottle really quick. On the bottom, you do of course have just your information there, Eau de Parfum, and your batch code, which is 1490Y. I did not look that up yet. And the cap does not click into place or anything. It does kind of just sit snugly on there like so. You can't pick it up by the cap, which is always good and important for me at least. And then nothing on top of the atomizer there. So I'm so excited, guys. Let's go ahead and do a first spray of Acqua Di Parma Oud Eau de Parfum. Let's go ahead and spray on my inner elbow here. All right. Oh my gosh, do you guys see that atomizer? Did you see that? That is a great atomizer. Wow. All right, so I'm picking it up in there already. Okay, let's go ahead and take a smell. Wow. All right, so right off the bat, it's coming across actually like a more of a fresh kind of oud than like a dark oud. It is coming across like kind of like an everyday oud. So if you're looking for like an everyday oud, this might be one for you. Oh my goodness. So it's opening up with bergamot, and I'm getting some kind of orange. I don't know if that's like a mandarin orange. Picking something like that up. Wow, this is actually very nice. Very nice. Right off the bat, it is kind of, not 100%, but it is kind of giving me a similarity to Jo Malone's Oud and Bergamot, since it's opening up with that bergamot note. And of course it has oud, so obviously it's gonna be a tiny bit similar, which that is one of my favorite, pretty much all season ouds as well. But so far, this is great. Trying to wait for the oud to come through. I think it's in the middle notes. I believe this also has coriander. It has a musk, so it might be a little bit animalic, which is always good in my opinion. It has, of course, agarwood, which is oud, and they're claiming 100% natural oud. It also has sandalwood, cedarwood as well, so it's gonna be very, very woody in the dry down, I would imagine. It also has patchouli, which you gotta love patchouli. Okay, so I think the oud is coming through as it dries down a little bit. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I like my ouds to be kind of more like barnyardy. I know that sounds weird, but it is what it is. That's how it's supposed to smell, of course, since it is a moldy kind of wood. If you guys don't know what it is, it comes from an agarwood, which is a tree, and then it gets infected with mold, and then it pretty much performs this great smelling scent, which is oud. And that's why it sells for so expensive. I think it's actually more than gold per gram or something like that. It is expensive stuff. And this fragrance, lets you guys know, this 100 ml bottle retails for $275, which I think is like their most expensive fragrance in the line, if I'm not mistaken. Which it is pretty expensive, but if it is real oud in here, then obviously it's worth it in my opinion. Yeah, okay, yeah, the oud is coming through. It is like kind of like a dirty, maybe a tiny bit animalic kind of touches to it. But yeah, I've been picking up on the oud a little bit there. And I'm sure the oud is gonna come through even more in the dry down once you get past, I'm thinking it's mandarin orange and the bergamot. Once those disappear, the oud and musk and coriander and obviously all the other woods will start to come through and probably become animalic and dirty, dusty, moldy kind of notes. I mean, so far this is very pleasant though. It's actually, this might even be sort of a crowd pleaser for being an oud. As you guys know, a lot of people do not like oud, especially the people not into fragrances. They're gonna be like, ooh, what is that? I have gotten that before wearing oud. It's like, people said it kind of smells like dirt, and obviously they're not a fan of it, but this fragrance is changing actually quite a bit already, and that's been what, just a few minutes. I'm still picking up obviously on the citruses with the bergamot and stuff, but the woody notes are coming through now. It's a little bit, maybe, I kind of want to say creamy. That might be from the sandalwood. I don't think there's vanilla in here. Yeah, I'm not picking up on vanilla, but it is some kind of creaminess, probably from the sandalwood, like I said, which is probably one of my favorite wood notes as well, right? Probably second after agarwood. Wow, this is good. As far as age groups go, if you want to just start getting into ouds, you could definitely try this one out. This is very, very good. I would say anyone can pull this one off. Almost all season is what I'm gonna say as of now from smelling it. That opinion might change, but since it opens up with like a nice citrus with the mandarin orange and the bergamot, kind of opens up with like a nice sparkle citrus notes. And then it's gonna dry down to a woody base from what I can tell as it's developing on my arm. But yeah, this is good. This is some good stuff right here. I'm so excited to actually try this one out. I heard the original Cologne Oud It is, like I said, an Eau de Cologne. This is an Eau de Parfum, so it's actually a pretty big step up. They pretty much bypassed Eau de Toilette and went straight to Eau de Parfum. And I believe that one is discontinued. I also think this might be the same exact fragrance as that, just an Eau de Parfum concentration. I think I heard that. And that fragrance is actually much loved by a lot of people that love ouds. It's usually like in their top 10s and stuff. So, and the way you can tell the difference between that one and this one is those one come in like a brown bottle, not pitch black like this. You can't even see through to the juice. And it would say Cologne Oud, Eau de Cologne on it. This just says Acqua Di Parma Oud. Wow. Okay, so that is amazing so far. I would say, like I said before, any age group can rock this one. Teenager, if you love fragrances or just get into fragrances, definitely check this one out. Also, it is very gentlemanly in my opinion. Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess it could possibly be unisex. I'm not sure if this is targeted towards men or not, but it's not feminine by any means, in my opinion, but it might come across unisex. Anyone could probably rock this one. Yeah, since it's just a pretty much good woody fragrance. But that is pretty much gonna wrap up my unboxing and first impression of Acqua Di Parma Oud. Let me know down below like your favorite fragrances from Acqua Di Parma. I only own now this one and the original Cologne. I kind of want to check out Essenza or Fico di Amalfi for summer. I heard great things about those. But yeah, let me know. And let me know as well if you either tried this one or the original Cologne Oud. I'm curious about that also. But leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below, and I'll see all you guys in the next fragrance upload. Take care, everybody.